Thank you for coming, the viewers of Torah Anytime also. You're welcome to join our shiur. I will start with the question, okay? What do you think the person has more, successes or failures? What do you think?
Failures.
Failures.
It depends what you focus on.
Yeah, you know, say, what do you think? We have more. What?
Success, because failures are part of the success.
Okay, so you joined it together, okay? Failures is the other part of success. Success is with the failures. You know, but we have more. It's not like uphills and downhills that we have maybe equals. So I will explain what I'm asking, because I gave a lecture in a hotel called Lavi, it's up north, and it was with א.ג.ה. It's with the organization א.ג.ה, and one of the volunteers there came to me, and he was a little bit, you know, he went through something, I saw that. And he came to me and asked me this question: what do you think, Fanger? What the person has more, successes or failures? And I was puzzled, and of course I answered what you have answered now, approximately. But then he said to me, hear my story, and then you will understand what I mean. He said to me, I'm 35 years old. I'm supposed to be healthy. I have high blood pressure. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit uptight, okay? But everything is okay. I'm working in a yeshiva as א.ג.ה, it's called. Like, you know, he's working at the yeshiva. He's managing things there. And one morning, I was, after the davening, 8 o'clock in the morning, I decided to go to rest a little bit. And I have a room at the dungeon of the, the basement of the yeshiva. I have a room there. And I decided to go to sleep a little bit, like 2 hours to rest. And then I will wake up and I will have strength to work in the yeshiva. I woke up at 11. I opened my eyes and I wanted to get up from the bed, but I couldn't move my body, okay? All my right side of my body was paralyzed. And I wanted to get up and I couldn't. And I'm a volunteer in א.ג.ה, and I understand if something happened to me, what is it, you know? It's a stroke, right? It's a stroke. And if somebody gets a stroke, if somebody has a stroke, he has to go as fast as he can to the hospital. There's nothing to do with him now. So he wanted to get help, okay? So he looked around to his phone, and he saw the phone on the table. So he drags himself from the bed, fell from the bed, dragged himself again to the table, and shook the table so the phone will fall down. So he shook the table, and the phone fell down on himself, okay? Not on the ground. He fell on himself, and he took the phone with his left hand, and he saw that the battery is 1% left, okay? It's like red. Okay? He has one phone call to do, okay? And it's life or death. If he will succeed in the phone call, maybe he can save his life, but if he will miss it, he won't be able to reach for help. One phone call to whom you are calling. And I will ask you, I will tell you what I'm asking you that, because I was in the States, and I heard a story of a woman. I'm jumping for another story. I will come back to him. Don't worry, he will be okay. I was in the States, and I heard a story that shook me, okay, very, very hard. It was a woman it was the 9/11, okay? And there's a lot of stories, you know, around the 9/11, and there was a woman that she said that she didn't work in the Twin Tower, but her husband worked there. And in the morning of the terrorist attack, she had a fight with her husband. He said to her something, and she answered him, and then he said, I'm going away. She said, go away, don't come back. And closed the door after him, okay? And he went to work. He worked on the first building. The first plane hit his building. He didn't die immediately, because he was in upstairs, but after a few minutes, they understood that the building started to shake and it's going to crash. He had 20 seconds left. It's 20 seconds left. What are you doing?
Run.
He cannot run. It's a tall building.
You said it's the first floor.
No, so fast? No, first tower. Somebody is not listening. So, the first building, okay, and upstairs, okay? He has nothing to do. 20 seconds left, what you are doing? He decided, call. To call to whom? To his wife. Not his mother, his wife. He called his wife. She's at home, okay? She's doing the kitchen something, you know, the dishes, and he calls her. And she sees his phone on the phone, and she said, I'm not going to answer him. Okay, I had nothing to say to him. Yalla, 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 kiddo. Okay, I had enough from him. Enough is enough. And he is leaving her a message. My wife, you're the best thing that happened to me in the world. I just called it to say I'm sorry, I love you. And if the television is not on, open the television and see what happened to your husband. The phone call is finished. And his wife was at home, and she had a bad feeling. You know, you're a woman, you have feelings, okay? I'm feeling something, okay? Don't say nothing happened. I have a feeling, okay? So she had a feeling that something happened, and she decided to open the TV to see something, you know, to wonder to see something else. And she opened the TV, and instead to see a TV show, she sees, you know, a broadcast of the news attack on the Twin Towers, and she sees the phone is like waving or something with a message. So she's putting the message on speaker, and she sees here his building is crashing down. And she said, I cannot forgive myself. Why didn't I answer him? Because of, she said, stupid arrogancy. I lost the last talk with my husband. And she said to us, why I'm coming now after so many years to talk about it? Because so many years I couldn't forgive. Not my husband, not Hashem, even though, you know, it's not correct to say that. I was mad on him. You know, why my husband? Why me? And especially, I couldn't forgive myself. And this is the first year I decided to forgive. Forgive my husband, forgive Hashem, and forgive myself, okay? And I want to open a new page with my life. And I'm saying that because arrogancy, you don't have it, okay? But maybe in neighbors. And there was an island of feelings. Island of feelings. And they got the announcement that a tsunami is supposed to come. So the feeling of love decided to save everybody, and I will build something like a small boat, and everybody will be on the boat and will be saved. And he built a boat, and everybody went on the boat, all the feelings except of one. Whom? Arrogancy, okay? I'm not going to be with everybody, you know, in a ship here, and they will, you know, breathe on me, coronavirus. I can. So they told me, you know, there is a tsunami. You cannot wait here. It's going on the sea, on the ship. We'll manage. He said, no, I'm staying here. So the arrogancy stayed on the island. And love is a feeling that doesn't desert friends, okay? So love decided to stay with the arrogancy on the island. And love died because of arrogancy. And think about it. Love died because of arrogancy. Okay, let's go back to our guy, okay? To summarize the story, okay, he had a stroke, he dragged himself from the bed, he fell, he dragged, you know, he shook the table, the phone is falling on him. 1% of battery. To whom you are calling? To your mother? He's not married, okay? So it's not, there's no, to his mother, police, I don't know, Hatzole, okay? He was puzzled, and you know, you have only one call. And he decided to call one of his friends, one of the other volunteers that he worked with him for a lot of years. So he decided to call him because he's very good and he will understand him. So he called him. And if he won't answer, there is no other choice. There is no other chance, okay? And he answered him. Hello? But because he had a stroke on the right side of the body, another thing that was damaged was speech. So he said like ah! And the phone hang on. So just imagine one of your friends, not your, okay, but one of friends is calling you ah! And hang on. What do you think? He's crazy. I understand now why he's not married, okay? He's 35 years old. He's acting like a kid. I can see in me, you know, there is an application me, okay? I can see who is calling me. But he didn't think like that. He understood something happened to him. And he knows where he's staying, so he took his bicycles, arrived here, and saved his life, okay? And he said to me, they put put him in the emergency room, of course. He said it's the room number 8. It's the closest room to heaven, okay? From that room, there is elevator, only everyone, okay. But he was saved. He was saved. And he started like shikum,
Rehabilitation.
Yeah, rehabilitation. Like drugs, like addicts, the same word?
Same word.
Okay, rehabilitation. Rehab. There's also relapse. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm coming from the other world. So he had rehabilitation for half a year. And he said to me, it's so hard, but I want to answer you the question, what person has more successes or failures? He said, what is success? Can you explain to me what a success is? He said to me, success is you put a goal and you achieve that, okay? So just pay attention to the schedule of your day. You opened your eyes, it's one success. You want to get out of your bed, it's another success. You reach to the bathroom, another success. You said modani, another success. You washed your hand, another success. So you have thousands of successes every day before you even went to the davening, okay? So of course the person has much more successes than failures. But most of the people are looking on the failures because they put their attention to that and they see, okay, this is my life. I have a miserable life. I don't have any reason to leave, okay, to have a life. But of course, if we look correctly, we have a lot of reason to live, to have a life. And I think it's very important for us to understand how we look on our life and what the success is. Because the Torah is pushing us to do the maximum in our life, okay? A person is supposed to say to himself, "Matai yagiu ma'asai le'masei avotai." I'm supposed to inspire to be like my forefathers, okay? Avraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov. Even though I will never be like them, okay? Let's be honest. Even not like a Stipler, okay? Even less than that, okay? But I'm supposed to inspire to the maximum. In our Pasha, there is a story of Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu didn't get into Israel. Why? Because Hashem said to him, speak to the rock, and the water will get out of the rock, and the Moshe Rabbeinu hit the rock, okay? I would have said, so what? So don't be like a child. So he spoke to the... Because of that, Moshe Rabbeinu, he did such wonderful things, okay? He took Am Yisrael out of Egypt. Okay, it's amazing, okay? To take a whole nation out of 10 plagues, after me. Wow! Okay, it's amazing. He split the sea. He went to Mount Sinai 40 days, up and down without food. He's amazing, okay? It's a mega celeb, okay? So, it sounds such a... You didn't speak to the name. And tell the truth, I had a program called the Esai Naila El Extreme. It was a program in the TV of extreme things. So I was supposed to do extreme things. One of the things I've done, it's riding horses, okay? Riding horses. And I have to explain to you, how do you speak to a rock? Do you know? Hashem told him, speak to the rock. To speak, it's not only words. Because to a horse, how do you speak to a horse? Please, horsey, can you move on? No. You're hitting him, okay? You have to hit him. Because this is the way you are speaking to a horse. You're not begging him, please, horsey, I want to continue with my life. No, he won't understand it. So the same way, how do you speak to a rock? Can you explain to me? It's not, Rocky, how are you, No, it's not Stallone, you don't know him. I don't, he's a rabbi. So, rock, you give me water. You won't understand. So to speak to a rock, you have to hit him. This is the way you are speaking to a rock. Give water, okay? And be careful, I don't want to hit you again. So Moshe Rabbeinu did a mistake, but to his level, you have to understand Hashem is teaching us. The Torah is want each one of us to make the most of his life, okay? So I think we will have to learn a few things. I had a program called Zef Shari in Hebrew. Zef Shari, it's possible. So we interviewed a lot of successful people in Israel. And I wrote a few things that I learned from them, okay? So I want to share with you because I saw that successful people and not successful people, unsuccessful, thank you, are going through most of the things the same. The reaction is different, and I will explain. The first thing is frustration. נתקע לי, רגע.
Frustration.
You understood, okay. Frustration. This is a frustration, okay. You want to say something and you know what? Okay. So frustration is something that we all have. Okay, we all have. The successful people and unsuccessful people are going through frustration. But the difference is the unsuccessful people are taking frustration very hard. And it's like, I'm a failure, I'm not good, I will never succeed. Hashem hates me, okay? I don't want to believe anymore. Because so I'm taking frustration as something that devastated me, something that I cannot go through that. It's victimized me, okay? I feel there is no hope. And the successful people are going through the same frustrations. Frustration happened when I want something to happen. It didn't happen, okay? I planned something and Hashem ruined my plans, okay? So, but I have to understand this is the plan of Hashem. And I heard it from a Holocaust survivor. Somebody interviewed him and asked him, how did you go through the Holocaust, okay? I'm not underestimate our troubles here now with our kids and things, but Holocaust is a little bit harder, okay? I had a grandmother. All my grandmother and fathers went through the Holocaust. But one of them, they usually didn't talk at all. Didn't tell us anything. I had only one grandmother from my mother's side that she used to talk, to tell me. And I'm telling you, I would really love to hear her stories. Oh, they're the same stories. I know them by heart. But after that, she told me the stories. I took myself, come with me, Fanger, come with me. And I said to myself, Fanger, you have a hard time, you have troubles. Hear what you went through, okay? It's your grandmother. It's not like 2,000 years ago there was a hard time in Israel. No, it's your grandmother, okay? She's very small. How did she went through things like that, okay? So persons has a lot of strength if they want, okay? So I'm not underestimating our troubles, but what did I say that? מה זה קשור? Somebody listen before I said something? Okay, yeah. Okay.
Successful people have the same failures, but they feel victimized.
Yeah.
You're comparing your grandmother.
Frustration.
You're comparing your grandmother to our frustration.
Okay.
Problems.
Okay, let's start from the beginning. Hello, everybody. Toda rabba. Thank you for coming. One person has more. So frustration is something that, I planned something and something went wrong. And I said to you, I heard that they interviewed a Holocaust survivor. And they asked him, how did you survive, and stay sane, in the Holocaust? So he said to himself, I told myself all the time, it's everything by the plan. It's everything that happened to me, it's by a plan. Even though it's not my plan, okay? Even though it's something, I decided something bad happened. No, everything is with a plan. Hakol זה לפי התוכנית. There is a plan of Hashem, okay? And He knows what needs to happen every minute, every second. So everything is with a plan. And in Leila Seder, it's called Leila Seder. What's Seder? Seder in Hebrew, it's like order, okay? So Leila Seder, in Hebrew, when you ask this person, how are you? He said to you, Kol Beseder, Baruch Hashem. What's a Kol Beseder? Everything is in order, okay? There is an order, even though it's not my order, but it's the order of Hashem. And if I will live like that everything is in order, it will be easier for me to deal with. So frustration, let's say for example, I discovered that the successful people are taking frustration as a fuel, as an engine to fulfill a gap. And I'll explain. So, frustration happened when there is a gap between what I wanted and then what I wanted, a gap between something that happened and something I wanted to happen, okay? So frustration is supposed to fuel me, complete the gap. It's supposed to push me forward. Don't stay down. You're like a fighter. You have to, you took something hit you in the face. Okay, grab yourself up and continue to fight. Close the gap. Feel more hungry. So frustration happens to everybody, but successful people doesn't break down from the frustration. Even on the contrary, they're making that like a push that they push them forward. That's the first thing. The second thing is. Let's call it rejection. Yeah, rejection. Maybe the young people doesn't know what rejection is now. But when we are starting shidduchim, when we want to take our kids to, a good Bet Yaakov school, או איזה ישיבה בעזרת השם, כאילו, and you know, they get rejected. We don't want your girl here. Thank you, Hashem, yes. It's very hard, okay? And you feel miserable, you feel nobody loves me, and you know, I daven for that, okay? Where's Hashem here? Okay. So, of course, it's hard, but rejection, we all has it, okay? And somebody told me, if you want to go through rejection, shidduchim, whatever, say to yourself 4 times, SW, 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 and I'll explain. Some will, some won't. So what? Someone waiting, okay? And I will explain that. Again, okay. Some will, some won't. You're filming it and you're writing it. Some will, some won't. So what? And someone, what? Waiting, right. And I tell you, a girl told me that she, you know, she is a Haredic girl and she's in Shidduchim period and it's very hard, okay? She said to me, why can I check a guy like a watermelon? If you know, slap on his head to see if it's right or not. Okay? It's hard, it's very hard. So, but she told me that it was very hard period. The first guy she met, she said, okay, Hashem will help me. I don't need to check on him and whatever. It's not to investigate on him. It's not the Shabbat here. Let's count on Hashem. Yeah. And she went to the Shadchanit offered her a guy, and she said, okay, I'm going to meet him. And she met him, and she was in a shock. I don't know how to say, gorilla, okay, gorilla. He came with a beard, but not nice beard. Like, where is the guy here? Okay. Oh, he's a hairy, but not a hairy guy. He's a gorilla. Okay, whoa. Okay. He came with a smell of chickens. Because the Shadchanit told her that he's a slaughter. Okay, slaughter, comment ça? שוחט כאילו? שוחט, כאילו slaughter is מפחיד, כאילו, slaughter. It's a horror movie here. Okay, that's a slaughter. Okay, so he's a שוחט, okay, it's a שוחט. שוחט is like the, you know, עיירה יהודית here. כאילו, שוחט, okay, it's nice. So he's a שוחט. So he came really from the משחטה, okay? כאילו, oh, I can't believe it. He came with sandalim. How do you call sandalim in English? Oh, there is no sandals. Without socks, okay? Every toe of his, you know, he did, it was amazing. It's amazing. He came, I don't know, it's like the Adam HaKadmon, okay? Like, he had Nabuta, like a stick, like, I came from the cave here, nice. So she said it was the first time. And I said, I think it's the last time, okay? I understood this business. Okay, I'm going to the coffee shop to find a guy, okay? Or maybe on the web. So, but then Shadchanit said to her, no, you know, this is a process. I'm sorry, you didn't ask. If you asked, I would tell you. I thought you are, you know, you're not in the material things, you know? Because I want to marry the guy from the soul, okay? You have to understand, I'll tell you another story. I'm working with Ballet Tshuva, okay? So there are people nice. There was a girl from Tzfon Tel Aviv. Tzfon Tel Aviv, you know, it's a very high society place. And she became about Tshuva, and she's very beautiful. And she said to me, you know, I'm not in external things. I want to meet the guy from the heart, okay? I don't care he's out looking, okay? And I want to meet the person just with hearing. I don't want to see him, because I will see him, I will be, I don't know, for good or bad, but I will be like biased, okay? So she wanted to meet a guy just by hearing, not by phone, to come and speak to him. So she decided you need to find a guy like that, okay? He's also to agree to do that. So she said to the Shadchanit that she will prepare a house with 2 chairs, the back of the chairs to each other, and they will come in reverse and sit like that and talk, okay? Okay. So she found a guy that was willing to meet her like that. And she came in reverse, he was sitting like that, and she came and sat. And they started to talk. And she said to me, I'm telling you the truth, I have never met a guy like him, okay? He's perfect. He's like my twin soul. Yeah. We had alike, we went through a lot of good, similar things. And I really love him, okay? I decided, okay, so I'm married. I'm decided now, just need to turn to each other. And just a small thing, just the same. And you know, I'm getting married in the first meeting. So they decided, okay, we'll say, 3, 4, כאילו, 3, 4, and ta-da! Okay? So I don't know if you know that. I'm working in the radio. But when you hear a broadcast person, you know, שדרן רדיו? Broadcaster, okay. So you imagine how does he look like, נכון? You hear his voice, and you say, okay, this voice is, I can put it to a face like that. And when you are seeing the person, this is the voice! Okay. So it happened exactly to her also. She was sitting like that, and she imagined how does he look like, okay? And then she said, okay, 3, 4, and turn! And when she saw him, oh! She shouted, okay? He said, what happened, what happened? She told me, it's not the other guy with the slaughter, no, but I think it's his brother, okay? She was, no, okay? I didn't plan like that. It was not ugly, but it's hard, okay? And he said to her, what happened? You know, it's זרמנו יפה, it was nice between us, what happened? So she said to him, I need to think about it, okay? So she went home and really was puzzled because he's a really wonderful guy. And he has a yirat shamayim, and they went through the same things. She said, without the outlook, I would marry him. So he didn't know what to do, and she davened to Hashem, please help me Hashem to decide the right thing. And after like 2 hours, one of her girlfriends, called her and said, we are going to Meron. Do you want to daven Rabbi Shimon with us? She said, okay, I will do that. So she drove to Meron, and she was finishing a whole Sefer Tehillim, a book Tehillim, that Hashem will help her, okay? And after 3 hours of Tehillim, her girlfriends stayed in the Meron, and then in the place, and she decided to go out. And outside Meron, there was a small river, okay? It was from the, what, do you know the finish? No. So she saw the river, and she was sitting next to the river, and she was throwing stones on the river, like that. And then she was looking for stones, and then she found, there is in Hebrew, it's called א.ג.ה melech. א.ג.ה melech, walnuts. But in Hebrew, it's called א.ג.ה melech. It's very important to understand, because you will understand later. So she saw the walnuts, and she started to throw the walnuts, okay? It was in a bag, but she threw the walnuts. Then she was a little bit hungry, and then she said to herself, it's nice walnuts. Even though there is a klipa, how do you call it, klipa? Shell, there's a shell. It's not so nice shell. I will knock the shell. I will eat the nuts. Okay. She start to throw the shell and eat the nuts. Throw the shell, eat the nuts. And then she had like a aha moment. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Epiphany. Okay. Epiphany. She had the epiphany. Okay. Aha moment. It's also nice, no? Okay. Aha moment. Epiphany. It's better. Yeah. She had the epiphany, and she told me, "Funky, you have to understand." Those were walnuts, okay? א.ג.ה melech. And I understood Hashem showing me, throw the shells, throw the outsider, and take the inside, okay? And you have to understand, the guy's name there was walnuts, א.ג.ה melech. His name is Eli Melech. Is that a sign or not? Okay. And no? It is. And they got married. And they live happily ever after, okay? Not like us. But she was successful. Okay, I'm not advised as advice to all the people here because maybe you're not in her level. Okay, but those are okay. So I'm saying that because rejection is part of life, and I'm going back to the first lady, the first girl that she met, the caveman. Okay, after the caveman, she met another guy. And then another guy became her husband. And she said to me, hear me carefully. When I met my husband, I didn't know that he will be my husband, but I'm telling you the truth. If he was the first guy that I met, I wouldn't like him. Because he's very ordinary. He's not tall, he's not short, he's not wise, he's not dumb, he's not beautiful, he's not ugly. He's very, moderate, very benoni masonika. So if I wouldn't met the first guy, I wouldn't want him. But after I had the first one, I said, okay, I think it's a marvelous thing here. And I'm telling you, now he's my husband, and I won the lottery. I won the lottery. I'm telling you, my husband is such a perfect guy. And I'm telling you, I would miss him if I wouldn't met the first one. So rejection is part of life. Some will want us, some won't. So what? I will say another thing. Next. Okay. I don't have to find, everybody that's supposed to like me. Of course not. There are people that won't like me. There are people that will say something on me. So what? I want to try. If I want to be a successful person, I have to try again and again and again. And if somebody didn't want me, it is his problem, okay? I will say another thing. Rejection, it's a protection, okay? For me, Hashem saved me from this guy, from this woman, from this yeshiva. I don't know the calculation of Hashem, but protection, rejection is a protection for me. And I will know that if something is mine, nobody can take it from me on earth. And if somebody took it from me, it's not mine, it's not mine. I'll give you an example. I gave a lecture in א.ג.ה hotel in Shavuot. Came to me a person that he's metavech. Metavech, it's in real estate agent. Okay, real estate agent. And he said to me, I'm an Orthodox guy, okay? But I had a hard time in my childhood. I don't want to say a lot of details, but, rabbis made me feel that the last thing I want is Torah, okay? I don't want to davening, I don't want to learn Torah. I hate it. Not because it's not good, but because of them, okay? And I stayed religious because, I'm not going to do big changes in my life and my parents, and I want to get married with a religious girl. I know that this is the truth, but I had such a hard resentment. I don't want anything to do with religious practice, okay? So he became a metavech, real estate agent, thank you. And one day, I won't say where he lives in one of the cities of Orthodox people here in Israel. He got a phone call from a very wealthy person in the States that said to him, I have a villa, I have a cottage, villa, Margarina, I have a cottage here in Israel, it's something. So he has a villa in his town and he wants to sell it. So he said to me, okay, no problem, I will sell it for you. How much do you want for this villa? I said 3 million shekels. So no problem, give me 2 weeks, I will do that. He said, no, I'm really, I need the money. You have 2 or 3 days. 2 or 3 days, I cannot sell in 3 million. Please, take it down. So he said, 2,500,000, okay? He said, okay, I will try. After 2 days, he's calling again. No, did you succeed? He said, no, I'm sorry, it's too high. Take it down. He said, okay, I really need the money, 2 million. 2 million, I'm willing to sell the villa. So the real estate agent said to himself, okay, 2 million. I can make a lot of money here. I will buy the villa, and I will sell it, and I can earn $1 million shekel, okay? So he said, I don't have 2 million shekels, okay? So he made a partner, and he will bring 1 million, he will bring 1 million, will take a mortgage, and he said to him, okay, I will buy the villa. Now he needs a lawyer, okay? He found a lawyer. He had 3 blocks from him. There is a lawyer, very young lawyer. A lot of Orthodox people now are learning to be lawyers. And so he took and he asked him, this lawyer asked him, please, put me into this world of real estate, because I'm very good in that. Please give me a chance. So he gave him a chance, and he took him and he said, I won't charge you anything. I will just, for me, it's the start. And after a week, the lawyer doesn't answer him. A week and a half, he doesn't answer him. After 2 weeks, he's calling him back and said to him, I came back to the States, I did everything that needs to do, and you can tell me Mazel Tov. Why? I bought the villa. The lawyer said that. He said, what? It's my villa. I said, no, I'm sorry. If you want to, let's talk at court. I bought the villa. The lawyer cheated him, okay? He stole the deal. See, I don't believe you. You're not doing that for me. He said, I'm sorry, I did that, okay? And if you have a problem, we'll meet at court. He said to me, I want to kill him, okay? Slaughter, I'm going to slaughter him. It was so devastated. He was so mad, he was so angry. He said, Hashem, those are religious people, okay? I'm throwing the kippah, I'm throwing the kippah. And generally, you have to be prepared, because there is things like that, okay? There is things like that. I can imagine, Yosef HaTzadik, Do you remember Yosef HaTzadik, the son of Yaakov Avinu, okay? He was 17 years old. He had a dream, okay? And he came to his brothers. I had a dream, and I was dreaming on the stars, and the moon, and the sun, okay? And his brothers, they're not like small people. It's, Shivtei Ka, they're the tribes, okay? They decided that he's supposed to be now, it's called Rodef. So he has like Shigaon Gedlut. What's Shigaon Gedlut? Shigaon Gedlut. He thinks that he...
It's an illusion of
okay, he's an illusion of to be a king.
Megalomania.
Oh, megalomania, okay. He's a megaloman, okay? He thinks on himself too highly, okay? So they decided to throw him to the pit. Can you imagine that? That's your brothers, not regular brothers. It's the tribes, okay? Throwing him to the pit. I would have said, those are religious people. This is not acting. I'm throwing the kippah, throwing. Okay. And then they put it out from the pit and sold him to be a slave. Wonderful. Every inspiration to every kid, be a slave in Egypt. If you could be a slave, I don't know, in Switzerland, I don't know, there is nice place, Thailand even Thailand, okay? But Egypt, okay? He was sold as a slave. He worked at Potiphar's place, and the woman of Potiphar started to tempt him, okay? Every day. And Joseph, he's strong, he's not doing anything. And one day, it was the nisayon of his life, okay? He didn't know that he has a trial now. He has like a nisayon, okay? So Hashem didn't send him in a message, you have a trial now, okay? Be strong, don't fall. So he didn't know that he has a nisayon. So he is at her home, and then everybody went to a holiday, and she stayed at home. I have a headache. Yosef, please stay with me. And then he stayed with her alone in the home. And she locked the door and came to him, Joseph, it's now or never. And just imagine the nisayon, okay, of this person, okay? Even though he's Yosef HaTzadik, I know, but just imagine how hard is it for him. His brothers, betrayed him. His father, Yaakov Avinu, he is a Ruach HaKodesh, okay? But where is he? Where is he? Come and save me, okay? I'm alone here, and this is my boss's wife. She insisted. I didn't want that, okay? He could fall, but he was strong and ran away. He ran away. I could imagine that if I was Hashem, if I was Hashem, I would, mefanek oto. I would spoil him, okay? Kol hakavod lo, kol hakavod. What Hashem gave him? Threw him to what? To the jail. I would have said, if I was him, this is my merit. This is this is why my thanks. I'm trying to keep up for the second time he's trying. But you saw he didn't move in his beliefs, okay? His emunah was so strong. 12 years in prison. Not 1 month, not 1 year, 12 years in prison. But when the minute what came, vayeritzu min habor, with 1 minute, poof, everything, flipped around, and he became the vice president of Paro. You can imagine. In the morning, he ate in prison, okay? He had breakfast in the prison. At the night, he was the vice president of Biden, okay? Maybe Putin, maybe more. You can imagine, it's an empire, okay? You cannot imagine, but if you have a trial, if you have not a trial, you have a nisayon, remember that. Don't fall in your emunah. Okay, be strong, and everything will be okay. Everything is in order. Okay, we're going back to what? Before Joseph? The real estate. He didn't finish. The real estate guy, he thought to himself, this lawyer, he's an orthodox guy, okay? I can't believe that all those people are behaving like that, okay? I won't forgive him. I will kill him. I will kill him. Then he was so devastated. He stayed at home, and he didn't daven, and he didn't want to leave even, okay? He started to fight with his wife, with his kids. He was sleeping all day in bed. He's in such in a pity place, such in depression, that he couldn't even, wake up in the morning. And after all this period of time, he got a small video in the WhatsApp. One rabbi, I won't say his name. It took like a small minute of video. It's a very encouraging video, very motivational video. And he saw this video and he said, okay, I want to speak to this rabbi. So he went to this rabbi and this rabbi told him what we said now. If it was yours, nobody could take it from you. And if somebody took it from you, every rejection is a protection. Hashem saved you from this villa. I don't know the outcome. I don't know why and whom, but this is what Hashem wanted. You can, if you want to go to court, you can do whatever you want. But if your health, with your relationship with your wife, it's more important, forgive him. Forgive him, God bless him. Yalla, yalla, yalla. Release it. And he decided, I'm going to do that. He went to his home, knocked on his door. The guy opened the door. He was sure he would pull out his knife. No. He said to him, I came here to forgive you. Okay? And if you want, continue with the thing here. It's for me, I forgive you. I'm not mad at you. Do whatever you want. He said to me, it was hard, but I felt like a stone that went out of my heart. It's such a relief. I came back home. I smiled to my wife, to my kids, and I decided to open a new page. And because of that moment, he started to go to this rabbi shiurim, okay? Started davening from the beginning, started to learn Torah, kava itim la Torah. He changed all his life because that moment, okay? And he said to me, 3 months after that, I got 2 businesses, 2 deals, that everything I was supposed to earn from that deal, I got it back, okay? So you understand, I didn't lost anything. I just got my life, my spiritual life, with the present. So for us, rejection, remember, it's a protection, and Hashem saved us from something maybe I don't know. And the last thing, I think we have to be strong if we want to succeed in our life, is successful people are really motivated, even though they're going through failures, they are not breaking down. And when I'm saying failures, if we have a failure, if something didn't went okay for me, they told me we're doing 3 things. First thing, we are doing like cheshbon nefesh. We're doing like a retrospect on our deeds, and we're asking ourselves 3 questions. First question is, what did I did wrong? Okay, I want to see every failure as a feedback, okay? A very important feedback. It's a lesson, okay? I just want to learn from this mistake. So I'm asking myself, what did I do wrong? So I can correct. This is the first question. The second question, what did I do right? Okay, not everything was wrong. What did I do right and I wanted to continue to do? And the third question is what I'm going to do different tomorrow. Because I want to learn from every experience that I have, especially failures. I don't want to repeat it again. So I will ask myself, what can I do differently? It's important also with our relationship, with our kids and our spouse, or how do you call it? Significant other? Okay, it's nice. Significant other. Okay, in Hebrew there is no האדם החסוס שלי, okay. היקר לי. So we have to, ask ourselves, how can I improve? Don't stay in the same place, but you have to be hungry. I don't want to settle down with our comfort zone, okay? I don't want to, wait, there is a word I wrote myself. It's just a moment. Complacency, right. Thank you. Complacency. Yeah, it's such a word, yeah. Complacency, it's, I think my life is good. I'm a good person. I'm not killing anybody. I'm not stealing. I'm a good person, okay? It's nice, but, you came here to the world to make the most of your life, okay? Not to stay in the modern level. And so I have to push myself. And I will give you one thing. You have to grow. The verse said, "Ha'adam etz hasadeh." You like a tree. Tree all the time is growing. And if tree doesn't grow, something is wrong here. And I'm supposed to grow, but you have 2 options. or you will grow by yourself, or Hashem will make it grow, okay? With struggles, I'm not wishing you chas shalom, but you will have struggles. Life will call you to grow, okay? So we have to look at everything that happened to us for opportunity to grow, okay? Every struggle, every difficult thing that we have, it's an opportunity to grow, and to grow, to be stronger, smarter, more believer, okay, or more, close to Hashem. And I'll give you one thing. A year after I was married, we were living on Ofakim. And our rabbi, his name was Rav Shimshon Pinkus, and he said to us that there was a hospital. And maybe you know this story, it's a very famous story. There was a hospital here in Israel, and there was a new doctor that he came to one of the shifts there, and they told him, it's a night shift. Sometimes a night shift is very quiet, and maybe you can go to sleep even. But sometimes a night shift is very hard, okay, and you will have a lot of struggles. So there is a phone here, and if you will have trouble, please call and ask for help. We'll send another doctor to help you. And he had a very hard night. He ran from one patient to another and another, and at the end, one of the patients died, okay? So they took him to court, and they told him, it's rashlanut refuit. It was your responsible. What? Negligence?
Malpractice, yeah.
Negligence.
Okay, negligence. So it was a negligence, okay? Not a necklace, negligence. Okay. I have to tell you something about necklace, okay? In Kiryat Sefer, we have a place called Akol B'Shekel, okay? So a mother took her girl to this Akol B'Shekel store, and she saw there like a pearl necklace, okay? A pearl necklace in 1 shekel. Yeah, you can understand what's the level of the pearls there. So she said to her mother, I want this necklace. So her mother gave her 1 shekel, we can afford that. And the girl was all the time with the necklace, and she loved her. But she went with her 24/7, okay? After a week, there was no sign for the whiteness of the necklace, okay? It became brown, ugly. So her mother told her, take off the necklace. It's not nice for you. It's not nice. It's Shabbos. And she said, no, I love this necklace. I cannot be separate from that. So the father, the mother said to her father, please try you. You can try. So the father sat next to her, and before she went to sleep, and asked her, do you love me? She said, of course I love you. So he said, give me your necklace. So, why do you need this necklace, father? I can give you my teddy bear, okay? You don't need a necklace, it's not nice for you, you're a man. So he said, okay, you don't want to give me the necklace? No problem, thank you. Day after that, he sat next to her and said to her, please, give me your necklace, it's not nice. He said, Daddy, why do you need this necklace? He asked, do you love me? I love you, but you didn't need a necklace, please, I'll give you another thing. Day after that, he came to her, please give me the necklace. So he put out the necklace and said, Daddy, I love you. Here is the necklace. After she gave him her necklace, he pulled out from his pocket a real pearl necklace with 1 pearl, okay? but real, okay? And he gave it to her, and he said to her, remember, every time your father is asking from you something, he will always will give you something in return better. And it's a very important lesson for us with Hashem also. If Hashem is asking for you something, and okay, I will give it to Hashem, okay? You can remember that Hashem will give you something better instead, okay? Okay, remember that. So let's go back to the story. The doctor was blamed of negligence, okay? I said, I did my best, okay, I did my best. I ran from one patient to another. So they told me, of course you did maybe your best, but why didn't you ask for help? There was a phone here. And for us, our people told us, sometimes you are in trouble. You want to be a success with your family, with yourself, but you find it hard, okay? Even sometimes you're falling, okay? You want to be successful. Why didn't you ask for help? So if you want to be successful, we have to ask for Hashem for help, because if somebody wants to go in a way, Hashem will answer him, Hashem will take him through that. And I will finish with one thing. We have to find motivation. I don't know if I told you that. I was in the States, and there was a soccer team, okay? Not football, a soccer team. I told you the story? Okay. There was a guy there that he was not the best player, okay? He was like, in the middle. His father used to come to every play. Even training, his father would have come. There was like a place of sitting in the football place, and his father had the same place every time he was coming to training, coming for plays, and the tournament started. And his group and his team won in the semifinals, and then continue to win. And his father was in every game. In the last game, in the finals, the kid didn't come for training, but at the finals he came for the last game. And he asked from the tutor, from the man, please let me play. So the tutor told him, I'm sorry to say to you, like the finals, it's not a game, זה לא משחק, okay? It's a very serious thing, and you're not a best player. I'm sorry, I'm not going to, you're not going to participate in the finals. So he said, please give me 10 minutes. If I will prove myself, let me stay. If not, replace me. So the tutor said, okay, you have 10 minutes. Try to prove yourself. And the game started. After 2 minutes, the ball reached to his legs, and he started to run, past 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and to the goal! Goal! Everybody, whoa! It was amazing inside the goal. After 5 minutes, again, the ball is in his legs with a background kick like that, and the ball into the goal again! Goal! Everybody's amazed. I don't know. The soul of Messi was inside his body. Okay, it's reincarnated in his. You don't want Messi? It's another rabbi. Okay, it's like Rocky. Sorry, maybe in another reincarnation. The game finished with 5-0 to his team. 4 goals was him. Okay, he did that. So everybody took him on the shoulders. כאילו, שאו שערים ראשיכם. שאו שערים in Hebrew. שערים it's the goal. Okay, so שערים, and the coaches take him, and to talk and say, well, it was amazing. Why didn't you play like that all years long? He said, I will tell you the truth. My father saw me play. So I want to make him glad. So the coach said to him, I know where is your father. He's sitting every game. But today, he was not here. Just today, he was not here. So the player said to him, Coach, you don't understand. My father was blind. He never saw me. 2 days ago, he died. I believe that this is the first day, the first game that he sees me, okay? This is the reason I played as I played. So if we want to be successful, we need motivation. And if we understand that our Father is up there, Hashem is looking on us and wants us to succeed, we'll have the power, we'll have the strength to do that, and I can bless everybody to be successful in our life. Thank you very much. B'atzlacha.